or tune in to Kinda Smart.
That's what you always say, so you can't be trusted, can you?
Well, that's just the truth. So.
Hi guys. Welcome to this week's episode of Kinda Smart with me, Abby, and our special guest,
Logan.
Logan Pell. My hus.
That's me.
My husband. Here we go. I'm scared.
Why am I going to just say something outrageous on here?
No, you're just going to bug me, I think. I don't know. We're going to have to do a lot of edits, I feel like.
Probably.
This might take a while, and we're just going to have to edit. Okay. How was your day? I know I already asked that, but let's tell the peeps. Who are you, Logan Pell?
I'm Logan. I'm Abby's husband.
And how was your day?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy,
work
per
is
usual.
ways.
Yeah. Work is usually crazy. But in a good way today, so that's good. You're so pretty.
Thanks. What's a funny memory of us? How did we meet? You're my husband. How did we meet?
We've been on Tinder.
We did.
Unique love story.
You're being so boring. You gotta talk fast. We can't have all these pauses.
Oh, okay. Well,
I gotta edit those pauses out, you know.
I'm just a chill guy.
Oh, this is so fake person. I knew you were gonna do this, and that's exactly why I never wanted you as a guest. I'm just a chill guy. That was how you were on our first date, and I'm sick in my stomach. This is how you act in front of new people.
You said I was going to annoy you. It was funny. I was kind of coming into this. I was just going to fire you up a little bit.
Okay, well,
No, that's fine.
I think you're saying that. But
No, we met on Tinder, and she actually initiated.
Super
I
like.
guess. Yeah, she threw me a super like.
Super like. I was about to throw the app away. I was getting some crazy things in my DMs, and I was so close to giving up, and I just swiped a couple more times. Saw this beauty of a man. Super liked. My only super like.
I can't remember what I started with, but I know you say the thing that I said that's so lame. I can't remember how.
You said, let's get off this silly little app.
Yeah, I was like,
Text
give
me.
me your phone number or something.
Oh my god, and our first date was so cringy.
Yeah, I was trying to be.
You were trying to be cool. You were
cool
trying
and
to impress me,
suave
but
and-
I saw right through it, and I was like, I know who he is under this, but I'm just gonna let him do his thing for a bit
You remember
until it's the right time to just be like, okay.
She hammers on me all the time about this. Like, we went to this nice Japanese restaurant, and the waitress comes over, and I ordered a bottle of wine, and she like pours a little bit for you to test.
To test.
And I do the whole for like 10 solid
It's just
seconds.
like
and
overkill.
And I look at it.
Yeah, he
and
looks at it in the light.
and I smell it, and I sip it, and unbeknownst to me,
And
because
then he's
I'm
like,
trying to be cool, unbeknownst to me, Abby and the waitress are just looking at each other like,
We're like,
this guy's an idiot.
like this isn't that nice of a wine, even like.
No, I think it was like a $50 bottle of
Oh
wine
my
or something.
God.
You were, okay, to be fair, you came out of the door in this, I still remember to this day, this long, sleek purple dress, and you were so hot. So I was like,
Out of the door of my parents' house with them, my
Yeah.
whole family looking out the blinds.
yeah, that was weird. I saw your sister, just,
Gosh.
I saw Al through the window. But she walked out of the door, and I was just like, oh my God, she is so out of my league. I just have to be so cool.
And then I was like, oh, I forgot my ID. That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Classic me.
But they still gave it to us anyways.
No. We turned back around and got my ID, did we not?
Oh yeah, we left and we were gone for like 5 minutes, and you were looking for your purse. Yeah. that's
Classic
fair.
Abby. Showed
Yeah.
you from the start who I am.
I think you forget something, like somewhere,
Oh,
at least 3
multiple
times a day, at
That's-
least
Devin, my daughter, 6-year-old, has to say, Mom, did you get your keys?
3 times a day.
But yes, our first date was super funny. At the end of dinner, he says that by the end of dinner, he thought I hated him. But I was just like, I was just like waiting for him to chill.
If you don't know Abby, like if you're not,
And I had an 8-month-old daughter.
that's
Okay.
fair. That's fair.
So how
You were feeling everything out. You're like,
how freaking party animal am I? And he goes at the end of dinner, so what do you want to do next? Do you want to go to the club?
That was like my typical go-to.
I was like,
That's what like cool guys do, right? Isn't it? And then
at our age, yeah. And I was like, I didn't even answer. And he's like, or we could go bowling. And
which
I was
is
like,
honestly what I wanted to do.
yes. And I
So-
was like, but I'm in a dress and heels. We might have to go back to my house. And he's like, we could stop at Target. And I was like, you just rocked my world.
I said the magic words.
The magic word. Well, screw Target these days. But at the time, ooh, those were the magic words.
And it was like 30 minutes before closing, and you went in and you got.
And I said, no, don't worry, I'm gonna be quick. And I got a white T-shirt, and I wasn't wearing a bra, so titties popping, loving
Yeah.
it. White little crop T-shirt, little cute pair of jeans, skinny jeans were cool at the time. And what shoes did I get?
You didn't even.
I just got socks. We
You
just
just
got
got
socks
socks,
because
yeah.
we were bowling.
We're going bowling. Yeah, you wore your heels into the bowling alley.
Oh yeah, cute,
Yeah.
cute, cute.
I was here for it.
And then I bought my outfit, and I was broke as a joke, and I was like, no, I got it.
No, I
Logan
paid
was
for
like,
it.
no, you offered.
Oh yeah,
But
that's
I said,
right.
and I
that's
was like,
right.
no, I got it. I'm not letting you pay for $40.
Yeah, because you got like a shirt, jeans, and
Yeah.
socks.
And I was like, no, you're not gonna pay for it. But we were having a blast in Target, laughing, goofing off, finally letting his guard down. He had to let his down before I let mine down, that's for sure. So we got our outfits, and then I changed into my outfit. I didn't want to change in the Target bathroom, ew. But I felt comfortable with this guy already because we were hanging out, vibing. And I was like, I'm just gonna change in your car.
And I was a gentleman. I turned the other way. But to give you a picture of
I
what
said,
I
don't
was,
look, turn around.
what I was driving at the time, it was like, well, not as small, but it was like a 2-seater sports car. There's nowhere to change. So you're in the front seat. You laid the front seat all the way down so that you could get your pants on. And I was just like turned the other way. I was tempted. I'm not
No,
gonna
you
lie.
looked in the window, you told me.
Well, I looked the other way. You don't have to rat me out here. I looked the other way, but there was a reflection. It was nighttime.
Gentlemen. Speaking of.
But look, we're married now.
But yeah, then we went bowling, and we had a lot of fun.
She kicked my ass.
I'm not even good at
At
bowling,
bowling.
guys. And I had the confidence, I guess. Got a vodka Red Bull.
You did like a one.
I had made a turkey. That's
did,
6
like-
strikes in a row.
I think you did like 180 or something.
It was insane.
And I think I was just like 110.
And
but
we
she
made a bet for
crushed
like
me.
who makes dinner. Second,
Oh
like,
yeah, that was right. That
it was our
right.
first date, and we were like, whoever loses has
Is
to
gonna
make the
make-
other one dinner.
Yeah, yeah.
So he made me dinner. That was our
Mm-hmm.
second date.
I did. I made you.
It was so sweet.
I made you
And
tacos.
we just got so lucky that we met each other.
And then
You fell in love with me the first night.
yeah,
I fell in love with you the first night.
yeah, but you.
But it took me. I tried so hard to not let myself.
Yeah,
to not
because
let myself. And I would tell myself like, no, it's no big deal. Like,
you were
can
going
break it off
into
at any
it. You were going
time.
into it like, what if this doesn't work?
and it worked. And I was like, shield it. And it didn't work, but it worked enough to not be hurt all the time. To be like, oh, this
I
man.
like
To not make me crazy, you know.
I like to say I got a 2-for-1 deal. I got you and Dev.
Yeah, I had 8-month-old daughter, and he's just like, hey, what's up? And then 3 months in, you asked me to be your girlfriend. I'm like, I don't think what you
shut
know.
me down. You didn't even accept.
yeah, I said, I don't know.
If you're from Dallas, you know Stan's Blue Note on Greenville. That's where I officially asked you.
That's where you got dumped. Rejected.
Rejected. Well, not even rejected. Just kind of like pushed aside.
Yeah. under
Pushed
the
aside.
rug.
But then we went on a date like 2 days later.
No, of course, we kept dating.
Yeah.
But I was just like, before I'm your girlfriend, you gotta like be serious. Like, I have a kid. I don't want to tell my kid
I'd met Devin
that
by
starting.
then, though.
No, you had, and you were hanging out with
Yeah.
her, but.
But 3 months.
We
I
were
know,
friends,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
She was starting to know things. I didn't want to like
That's
tell
fair.
people, oh yeah, I got a fling.
Yeah,
Like I'm
that's fair.
a new mom. Like I don't need to be whoring around.
That's a good point.
So yeah, just keep it untitled until it might be serious, and it was serious. You bought me a freaking car.
That was like what?
That was like 6, 8 months.
6, 8 months in, something like that.
I don't know, but I was like, whoa, brother.
Yeah.
Love ya.
Yeah. I was just like, you have a kid and you're trapped at home all day. You got to be able to like
Yeah, it was a
take
rough
that and go do some
situation.
stuff. Yeah.
Rough situation.
But then you got the car, and oh my God, I saw your podcast with Eric. He was saying how someone recently said you're scary to drive with. Nothing compares to when I first got you that car. I was like,
yeah, guys, I didn't
fuck, I
learn
made a
how to
mistake.
drive. I didn't learn how to drive until really late in life. Due to some prior circumstances in my past where maybe I went through some trauma and verbal abuse, kind of believed that I like mentally wasn't able to drive for some reason. I don't know. Sometimes when you're in that space, whatever. But
that is crazy though. I didn't buy it with you. I surprised you with it at like 8 p.m.
yeah.
I pulled up to the house in the car and I was like, here you go.
I had no idea. My parents were like,
That first night though, because I left my car at the dealership where I bought it, and then I
was
drove.
so nervous though. I was
That's
driving
fair.
so great. Like I slammed on the brakes. I
Yep.
had the light on the whole time I was driving home because I couldn't figure out how to turn it off. It was just, I was so nervous and I had never been in that car and the brakes were so touchy. Like the only cars I've driven before were like my parents' cars that were pretty old at the time, you know?
And I got you this cute little blue Mini, kind of like the.
And it like zipped and braked and I'm like, this guy just bought me, like, I was freaking out.
You didn't. I think you were so stunned because I was like, dang, she doesn't seem excited at all. But I think you were just like, more like, what the hell? Like, is this real?
Yeah, and he showed up at my house at like 8:30, 9 p.m.
And you didn't even know I was coming over.
And I didn't know he was coming over, and so I didn't even like have makeup on, and we weren't like. I just looked gross. I just felt disgusting, and I was like,
I remember that was when
thanks for the car.
So my office at the time was like 10 minutes away from the house. I remember it was so funny. I didn't learn about this until later, until we like moved in together. But you told me that you would put makeup on just in case I would come over for lunch.
Yeah, like normally I would not do my makeup unless I'm
I thought that
like
was so
definitely
sweet.
going somewhere, and I didn't go anywhere like too often.
Because you didn't have a car.
Because I didn't have a car. But like if I went to dinner or something, I would go put my makeup on or something. But when I met Logan and he came over for lunch a couple times because he lived so close, I don't think you were allowed to take that long of lunches that you did.
That's fine. In sales, if you hit your number, you get to do what you want.
It was a little ridiculous sometimes, but just
Yeah,
making
some of them
sure.
were like 2 hours.
But once you started coming over a couple times, I was like, ooh, so that's an option. I just started getting up. And like getting ready. Instead of being I was a stay-at-home mom of a new mother, like just getting out of postpartum depression, just getting out of a 7-year-long relationship. Like, of course I wasn't freaking doing my makeup every day, but that's normal to get up and get ready every day. So you just gave me motivation.
Yeah.
To get up and get ready every day. So that's awesome.
I got you to work. It was so funny when I started coming over. When I first came over, you told me that Dev is not really comfortable around men a lot of the time. Like
she would cry with my little sister's friends, even like 14, 15-year-old boys. Any man.
It was really only
she would
Eric
cry,
that she
like
was comfortable
freak
with.
out, like, yeah. Even
really
just
only
being
Eric.
around them, like saying hi to her.
But I still remember this day. I walked in the front door, and you had her like enclosed. There was like this big sectional couch, and you had her like
Big
a little
leather
playpen in
ottoman.
there.
I just closed it off, so she
And
had
you
a
had
little.
toys and blankets in there. And I walk over and I just say hi to her, and she just like walks up and brings me a toy, a little gummy smile with two
Just started
teeth.
walking.
She had like maybe the second tooth coming in. I thought it was just the two.
Maybe
at
it
the
was
time.
2.
Yeah. But yeah, it was so cute. And you were
And she
so.
was just like hand him a
And
toy.
you were so surprised she didn't.
And you were
freak
wearing
out.
a hat. You have a little beard.
You said both of those things are things that freaked her out. You thought.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
Me and Deb were tight from the
Alright.
beginning. We were chill. We were homies.
Yeah, crazy how things work out.
And now here we are, almost in July. It's gonna be 6 years.
Oh my gosh.
I know, that's pretty nuts. Time flies.
We're so old.
And then we moved. How long was it after we started dating that we moved in together?
We moved in together
Like a
after
year?
a year.
A year?
Mhm,
Yeah.
like right on the
Oh
dot.
my god, I hated Rockwall.
Our apartment was so nice.
The
but-
apartment was really nice, but that shows that I love you, that I moved to effing Rockwall.
Yeah, I got a job in real estate in Rockwall.
And this was like right during
Like,
COVID, so this
yeah,
was when I got
decent
to
money,
this
so
was when
I'm
I
like,
got to
I'm
start
taking
working
it.
from home.
Yeah,
The only reason that it worked is because I got to start working from home.
yeah.
But God.
So yeah, we lived in Rockwall. We lived in Dallas for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not telling you where I live now, you freaks, but a little outside of Dallas. I like it. I mean, it's a lot slower over here. Anytime I go
not
into
bad.
a major city now, I'm just like, oh my God, the traffic is.
You know what? I still think, like, I would like to move back to
Warfield.
Dallas, but where were we going? Oh yeah, your birthday the
Because
other
we're
night.
rich.
We were going down into Dallas for your birthday the other night, and I was fuming at
The traffic.
the traffic.
No, it's
I was
insane
so pissed.
sometimes. Well,
And
a
it's
lot.
and it doesn't piss me off when there's a lot of cars on the road. It pisses me off when there's a lot of cars on the road that are driven by idiots, which is just perpetually Dallas. So
Yeah,
but
it's just
is
nuts.
it? Here's the question though: when we were in Dallas, it's different if you're already in it, and you don't have to like traverse in and out of it.
Yeah.
That's when it's worst.
Yeah.
But I don't have $1 million right now to drop on a house,
Agreed.
which is crazy in Dallas.
Yeah.
$1 million doesn't even get you like that
And
nice of a
private
house
school
anymore.
probably like.
Oh,
who knows?
definitely.
But yeah. Anyways, off topic.
Anyways, sorry.
We're not even. Haven't even answered a single question or anything. So let's get
Oh, I
to
didn't
this.
know we had questions.
What do you think? We're just chatting,
Yeah,
hanging out.
yeah.
Oh, dogs are barking. Yeah. So we did some funny stuff. Okay.
What do we got?
We are going to do some quick fire questions, some rapid fire. I don't know if you can see my face. Some rapid
Okay.
fire questions. I'm scared of everything. So I'm going to answer some fast questions. I'm going to just talk really fast and you're going to answer them really fast.
Okay.
Let's see. I feel like someone else should be reading these to me actually. But whatever.
Just first thing that comes to my mind.
It's either me or you. Okay, we'll just do it together. We'll just point to each other and explain. God, I'm going to edit this out. I'm frustrated.
Get it together, locked in.
Oh
Locked
my
in.
gosh.
You got it.
Ooh. Oh, I can't do this when I'm tired.
I don't think you should cut this out because this is what it's like between us every day, all day.
I know. I needed to.
No, it's okay. I like reel you back in. It's fine. We're good.
Anyways. Who said I love you first?
You say I definitely did.
Okay, even if that didn't count, who said I love you first?
But I still did. She swears that one night after
I
a date,
think it was just a fluke.
I was
but I
really, really drunk.
heard
And
it.
she swears that I said it like
I love you. I love you.
I was too
Just
drunk
like
to
silly
remember.
laughing,
so,
but I don't think so.
you know what they say, if you're too
Well,
drunk to remember, it didn't happen.
Yeah, we'll
Unless
say it
you
didn't
end up in
happen, but
jail.
he still did say I love you first.
Yep, I did.
We were super drunk again, awesome.
And you didn't say I love you back immediately.
I didn't because you were super freaking drunk and you had just puked out your brain. No,
Oh,
you know what?
no,
Some
no,
more
no, no,
embarrassing. Everyone that doesn't want to know TMI nasty stuff about me, close your ears real quick. We were and he stops and runs to the bathroom and I'm like, what's going on?
I was like,
And
I'll be right back.
bleh, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then 10 minutes later, after like checking, are you okay? He comes back and he's like, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. I love you.
Yeah,
And I was like, thank you.
it was the alcohol talking. None of it was true.
Thanks, sweetie. But no, really, I didn't know. I was like, maybe he doesn't mean this because he's pretty messed up. So then the next day, I was like, what are we doing here, bud?
I thought we were gonna do the questions, the fast questions.
Okay, this is fine.
Okay,
We're explaining.
that's fine. Okay, yep.
It doesn't have to be. It's whatever. Life is what you make it. Who the better cook? You.
Me.
That's a stupid question. Chat GPT. I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's not a stupid question. No one knows that you're a horrible cook, but that's okay.
I'm fully aware.
Because I've never seen anyone more diligent with the way they clean a house, though. Our house
I
is
don't even feel bad
spotless. Yeah. What do you mean, feel bad about it?
about not being able to cook. I don't even feel bad. Like, I'll admit it.
We're just a team. I do
I'm
all the
for it,
cooking.
and I'm proud.
I just do all the cooking. We're a team.
If it weren't for him, I would still be okay, but I would just be eating Lunchables and pizza rolls.
Yeah, for sure. Or door dashing. Everything.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Or Devin.
Yeah, at least Devin gets like
Yeah, home cooked meals. Jeez
Yeah,
Louise.
fresh
All I
food.
can make is butter noodles.
and ramen.
I can make ramen.
Okay, you know what? You know what's so funny about that? The cooking thing? What literally just happened tonight is I don't know how someone can do this, but she messed up hard-boiled eggs. We'll just leave it at that. That gives you all you need to know about Abby in the kitchen.
No, we won't leave it at that. I didn't overcook them. I didn't undercook them.
You didn't know how
That's all you need to know. Ask me if you want to know.
Another thing that she does is if she is cooking or something, she never sets a timer. In her ADD brain, she'll like walk off, and I'll walk.
Burn.
She'll like, she'll set water on the stove to boil in case Devin wants like spaghetti or something.
Evaporated.
She'll walk off, and I'll come back in. I'm like, it smells weird in here. All the water is evaporated out of the pot, and I was like, babe, were you gonna make something? And she, oh shit, just.
And I have to reboil some new water. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool how my mind works.
Yeah.
So thanks for putting up with that.
It's fine. Keeps things interesting.
I put up with some of your stuff too, though. So
That's fair. That's what marriage is.
not a
isn't it?
lot, but the ones that I do put up with, it's like affecting my sleep. It's like,
That's fair.
you
That's
know,
fair. I snore and I grind my teeth. It's horrible. You do not want to
a
hear
combination. You like trade off.
those sounds. If my brother JT is
All
listening
night.
to this, who was my roommate for several years, I'm sorry because she
I'm
deals
taking you
with
to
it.
a doctor.
Might be
You're
worth
getting
it.
a CPAP.
That sounds horrible.
Sorry.
I sleep good. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I bet you do.
I mean, it's not like I'm dying in my
Bet you
sleep.
sure
like,
do. Sounds like it. If anyone else heard you, they would disagree.
I'm just.
I can
in my
hear you
slumber.
from the living room. When I go to sleep on the couch, when I'm sick of it, I hear it from the living room.
I've been working hard. I'm just getting my
Oh.
rest. I relax so hard that's what happens. You know me though, I can fall asleep in 5 seconds. My head hits the pillow and it's just game over. Meanwhile, this one can't fall asleep to save your life.
And if I wake up, I'm up.
Yep. Yep. We're gonna do it like in the 40s, like I Love Lucy,
But then I
where they
can
have
sleep
separate
in
beds.
forever and ever.
Oh yeah, forever. I've never
I
seen
could sleep
anyone.
in. If you let me sleep in, I'll sleep 24 hours.
I think the furthest you've gone,
If I have no obligations, nothing, I would just keep sleeping.
and it's so funny. There's this episode of House where this woman has what they say is African sleeping sickness. She just like wakes up super mad.
The opening
But she's not
intro
herself.
of the episode is like the husband's like, sweetie. And she's like,
She just smacks him.
and then they get to the doctor, like it goes right to the doctor and they're like, African sleeping sickness. And then Logan and I look at each other and we're like,
It's so funny though because when Abby is coming out of her
I'm a different person.
hibernation
It's
is the
a
way
whole
I say.
different Abby, I
She's a different.
swear.
It took me a couple years.
That's
To figure that
that's
out.
Sam.
What do you mean?
That's Sam, my alter ego,
Oh, I don't like her.
my morning
I don't like her.
persona.
She
That's
needs-
what I was almost named, was Sam.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
that's what that's kind of a mean.
Yeah, it took me a couple years to just get used to the fact that she's just a different person for the first hour of the day. Yeah, about the first hour. And then from then on, we're good.
Yeah. No, we've tried a lot of different ways to wake up. We've tried alarm clocks. He's tried sweet. He's tried rough, and
Aggressive.
then that's oh, don't do
Yeah,
that.
don't do that. It just is what it is at this point.
He has the hatch
you have-
alarm. That doesn't work for me.
If you've got
Plays
tips,
like soft music and gets louder and lights up.
also, this woman can sleep through.
I sleep through my alarm. I did the dog barking alarm, sleep straight
And
through
it is like you have an alter ego though, because I have seen you physically wake up, turn off your alarm, go back to sleep, do that, like snooze it
And
like
I'll
4
talk
times.
to you. I'll be like, I'm fine, I got it.
Yeah, but you're
Totally
you're
lying.
not awake. You are not even remotely conscious.
Or I'll fall instantly back asleep
Oh, I don't
without
think,
even knowing it.
I don't even think you're falling back asleep. I think you're like not like sleepwalking, but just like sleep going through the motions. Like you're doing all this, but you're actually still asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, the alarm goes off. 5 seconds later, I'm out of bed.
Yeah, up and at 'em.
We're just like kind of complete opposites in that.
We
way.
are. We're a complete opposite in a lot, but that's why it works, huh?
Mm-hmm. It works, and we also have our scuffles.
Yeah. Well, you're an Aquarius and I'm an Aries, so water and fire.
Mm-hmm. I gotta put you out.
Like, it's not exactly like flowing energy, but like it works. Nothing's on fire.
Because I put you out.
And nothing's drowned.
Yeah. How would I drown?
If it's water on water, what are you? Unless you're a fish.
Would we just be too chill?
Yeah, you'd just be like water.
What was that? You'd just be like,
You'd just be nothing. You'd just be like still, blah. Boring.
you think I'm boring?
No, if you were with another Aquarius.
You've called me an NPC on this podcast like 3
That's
times.
a good thing because I'm saying you're an NPC and my sister says you're an NPC because you're sometimes too perfect. Like you got a good credit score. You're smart. You gone to college. You're nice. You put up with me. That's insane. You're cute.
Made in the lab.
You're cool. You're funny. You're a good dad. Like, it's just too much. And it's just like, ugh, come on. Sometimes.
You just screw up. Do something.
I mean, you do enough. It balances out quite evenly.
That's fair. Well, I feel.
We only have 2 problems in our I only have 2 problems.
I ask you stupid questions is one thing that you say. Like I ask you where everything is.
It's just, I don't mind questions. I don't mind stupid questions. I think everyone has a right to ask the questions that they want to ask, right? But every day, possibly...
Everyone has that right other than her husband.
I'm just going to be nice. But every day, possibly multiple times a day, I do get asked some questions by you that are obvious questions. And you're like, it shouldn't be a big deal. But I'm like, yeah, but I'm just, I'm so impatient.
Oh,
and
extremely.
So me taking the time to even answer that rhetorical question, basically. And if I don't answer it, you'll be like, you'll keep asking me, hey, did you hear me? And it's like, just think.
Also, though, I do ask a lot of questions because...
Yeah, I know.
Because...
You do something wrong and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
What
Abby has ways that she likes things to be done. And if they are not done that way and they still get completed, they might as well not have been done. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I don't know if we can post this. This is just basically an Abby roast. It feels like.
No,
Next question. I'm just kidding.
Next question. Okay.
Whatever. We're
Do you want me
getting
to
too
ask
deep.
you one?
I mean, it's the same. We're
Okay,
both
that's-
answering.
okay,
What's
fair.
the weirdest habit? Who has the weirdest habit?
Habit.
I have a lot of I'm a clean freak,
Yeah.
germ freak, germaphobe.
I don't know. I can't really think of any habits I have.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't really have habits. Little thing though.
Oh, I know one thing.
Every time he goes outside to check the mail or
I
get
was
the
gonna
trash.
say it.
Are you sure?
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Okay,
I know where
this
you're
just
going.
happened.
We'll say it at
See,
the same time.
we're-
We'll say it at the same time. What are we doing? 1, 2, 3.
You take 20 minutes
To pick the weeds in the yard.
to come inside.
Yep.
So he goes outside. Oh, can you take the trash out? Or hey, babe, I'm taking the trash out. I'm like, okay. Like I'm in the middle of cleaning the kitchen where we should be helping each other, and you're like, be right back. And then it's been 20 minutes, and I'm like,
We've got a
Didn't this
pretty nice
motherfucker
lawn.
say-
All right. So I take the trash out. I go do, take the trash out. And then I'm like, I should grab the mail because we have like a mailbox away from the house, which is weird. I wish
So
they would just
yesterday,
put it on
I
our door.
pulled open the door and I said, Logan! And all the neighbors were like,
and what happens is,
what are you doing out there?
we've got really nice lawn. And I'll walk back and I'll see like some weed off in the corner. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go get that. And I go pick it. And then as I'm on my way back, I'm just like ding, 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 ding. And 10, 20 minutes later, Abby's coming out the door.
I'm
Where the hell are
slaving
you
away like Cinderella.
And unbeknownst to me, I was like, oh, sorry. And I've got like a handful of weeds.
And tracking in grass and dirt on your sandals. I'm just kidding. Love you.
That's fair.
Anyways.
See,
I'm just mean. Oh, I'm a naggy bitch. I can't help it. I can't freaking help it. I'm going to get light therapy to stop being a naggy bitch.
And hey, if there are any hypnotists watching this, you can hypnotize me into stop asking dumb, irritating questions to her.
I know it's a problem, and it's only because I love you so much. I would never be this mean.
You just want me to be better.
I would never be this mean to anyone else.
I know.
That's how you know I love you.
It is how I know you love me. Because to everyone else,
Because this is literally just my mind without a filter.
you're like a shy little mouse to everyone else.
When I first meet you, well, I'm not even a shy mouse. I'm just like,
Well, that's what I was going to say about our first date is that
waiting
like
to
the
know.
reason I thought you hated me is because
I'm
if
just
you're
feeling you
if
out.
you're around people that you like don't really know, you're pretty quiet. Like you can go.
well, I like to observe and
Yeah.
be like, what are you about?
Meanwhile, I like to make friends with like everyone I meet.
Yeah, I'm not wasting time.
Well, not make friends. I
I
just
don't
like
even
to.
want to introduce myself to you if we're not going to be cool.
I just like to converse with everyone I meet. I'm just interested in people.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yep.
Unless you're interesting. That's a different story.
What negates interesting? All right, let's move on.
Everything's. What's the word? Everything's subjective. Who is more dramatic? Obviously me. Again, silly questions, you guys. Moving on. Describe your spouse in 3 words. I can do you easily.
Okay.
That's what she said. Handsome, smart, and sweet.
Okay.
Those are the 3 best.
Gorgeous. I was gonna say kind, but I don't think it does it justice. I'm gonna say altruistic.
You're gonna have to define that one.
Altruistic is you really enjoy doing good for other people. I don't know if y'all know this, but when it comes to like gift giving or like putting people in a better situation than they are today, she's amazing at that. Like she drives around with like this box in the back of her car
I told
that's
them.
full. Oh, well, yeah. And then also
I
Devin.
like giving things
Devin
to
has
the
some.
less fortunate.
Devin has some friends that are going through some hard times. They're her age. Like one of them is 6, the other one's 4, and Abby is just like, "Oh, don't worry about it," and like just gave all of Devin's like old clothes to them and made them Easter baskets. She just does the most. Last word. What did I say were the first 2? Gorgeous, altruistic, fiery.
Like an Aries. Yeah, my dad used to say that. My real biological dad used to say that when I was a kid. He would call me a firecracker and say, little, big explosions come in little packages.
Yeah, that's
'Cause I was
fair.
tiny.
That's fair.
And I am tiny, I guess, still.
You are. You can't really see it on the screen, but she is
5'2".
Yeah. I mean, I'm not big either, though. I'm
Pretty,
only-
actually, my weight's a little surprising, but.
I mean, I'm only 5'10", though, so it's not like I'm giant.
Good
We
enough
work
for me.
good.
I love you.
You know what is messed up though?
No,
you know,
it's
no,
not.
I'm gonna
I
say,
already know what you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
say.
say this. I'm gonna say this. You know what is messed up though?
It's
There
not
was
even true. It's a joke.
Shh. There was this one time we were together. We were out on some date, and I was standing up on the curb, and she was like down on the bottom part, and I said something like, you know, what would you like it if I was this tall? And instead of saying no, you're perfect how you are, she looks up at me and all she does is go, and I was like, you're not supposed to say that. I can't just magically grow 5 inches.
Okay.
Okay.
What if I held my butt up and was like, what if it looked like this? And it was like big and juicy. And you were like, I wouldn't be like,
Do it right now. Let's see what happens.
okay, yeah, I bet. I already know the answer. Okay, so that's cute. Very cute. Let's play that one game when they were, it used to be on TV when they were like, had curly hair. Fuck. Give me the whiteboard right there, please.
When they had curly hair?
Oh, back in the day. I want to say 70s, 8. It's got to be 70s. When
People
they're
have
like,
curly hair now?
no, that's not exactly what I meant. Perms?
Okay, that's like, what is that, like 80s?
I don't know. Anyways, what I'm
Depends on
saying,
the
there
size
used
of
to
the
be
girl.
like a game show when they're like honeymoon and they're like ask questions and you write the answer down without them seeing it, make sure they get the right answer.
Okay.
So-
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
So you can ask questions. I'm going to ask you questions and you can specify if you need to.
I can
Obviously,
get some details?
yes, obviously I'll know the answer, but you got to
Okay.
say it.
Okay.
Okay. What's my coffee order?
I know that one easy. Are you going to write it down just so they know I'm not?
Don't you want to be like from where?
Okay, from where?
You tell me.
I don't know. It's like Dutch Bros or, well, there's Dunkin' too.
Okay, so if I went to Dutch Bros and I didn't choose my regular drink and I got a coffee, what coffee would I get?
Black.
Okay, I didn't get it right, but yes, correct. Ding! Okay.
But if you're not getting black coffee, you're getting it medium iced hyperchrome rebel as sugar-free as possible.
Yes, sir, you got it.
And then if it's at Starbucks, you're doing a venti chai latte with oat milk. Venti or grande.
Yep.
One of those.
Maybe a shot of
But
espresso for feeling.
I was going to say,
crispy.
sometimes a shot of espresso and usually iced. You actually don't like the hot ones as much.
Unless it's a chilly morning.
Yeah. Yep. I've got it a lot.
Look at you. Good job. And I know yours. It's either a nitro cold brew or an Americano or double shot.
Black.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at us.
Folks, if you're putting cream and sugar in your coffee, you're just having milkshakes for breakfast.
Yeah.
Caffeinated milkshakes.
I mean, oat milk is not bad, but
It's all processed though.
yeah.
But
Just
for my
drink it.
lactose intolerant love, I'll put up with it.
One time Starbucks. I was about to sue them.
Oh my god. They put whole milk in her coffee. This girl
I thought
had
it
a
tasted
day.
a little thick and creamy.
That's what she said. Nailed it. Okay, next question. You do a couple and then I'm gonna do a couple. That was one question. You do one.
Some of these are hard. Okay.
Okay.
Biggest irrational fear.
Biggest irrational fear?
Yeah, do you
for
want to answer or do you want me to answer?
We'll do it for you. I'll do the next one.
Okay,
I know yours.
You do?
In my opinion, what is an irrational fear?
What is my irrational fear?
I have one because you and Devin have it the same.
Jail?
No. Well, there's a funny story behind that answer, but we'll save that for later. No, but you and Devin both.
Oh, I got it. Okay, ready?
One. I wasn't looking. 1, 2, 3 bugs.
Yeah. If you couldn't see, that was what it said.
Yeah.
Bugs. Yeah.
Specifically.
We like ladybugs. We like butterflies. We like roly-polies, caterpillars.
But I am the designated bug killer in the household.
But flies, mayflies, bees, anything else that crawl. Really anything else.
Ooh, earwigs are the worst.
Oh, earwigs and silverfish are my
Okay, where are the other
nightmare.
ones that you've got? Okay.
That one would be good for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have one.
I don't, but I know yours is. That's what she said. Okay.
Just ask a question that I should know.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
We're creative.
Okay. What is my favorite thing to do when I'm not with you or Dev?
Golf.
No, I didn't even get to write it down.
Okay, well, it's got to be a little harder.
Okay,
maybe.
okay. A little bit harder.
There's a June bug flying.
That's fine. She's gonna freak out on camera.
Oh, only if it gets near.
Okay.
What about the childhood TV show? That's hard.
Okay, I'm gonna write it down.
Let me think. Your favorite
okay.
childhood TV show.
Ask a question because it'll give it away so fast.
Well, let me see if I can remember anything. Oh, I might know.
I wrote this too
shit.
small.
I know the channel, but I don't know the show.
Ask what. You want me to just say something that'll help you so much?
Can I just say like a generalization? HGTV.
No.
Your
Like how
childhood
young?
show?
How young are we talking here?
I don't know.
I'm thinking like younger than 10. Okay, here's
Is
the
it a
giveaway.
cartoon?
Yes.
Okay, a cartoon.
Your brother also liked
Dragon
it.
Ball Z.
Nailed it.
See, I didn't know.
I also.
We've talked about a lot of shows before.
Yeah.
What was mine, you think? I've told you a bunch.
You've told me a lot of shows that you liked.
My favorite shows.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Disney, Cartoon Network, or Nickelodeon?
All of them.
Which one was?
Cartoon Network.
Was it Courage?
Courage was good. Courage was a favorite.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Cat Dog.
Cat Dog hit.
Angry Beavers. Ed,
Johnny-
Ed, and Eddie.
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo. Oh,
That was what
baby.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Dexter. Oh my goodness, they were all so good. Powerpuff Girls.
I
that
think
was
I think
fire.
I think the last one I watched was like Kids Next Door. Do you remember
Kid
that
Next
one?
Door was decent. I liked it.
That's what like
Danny
when
Phantom was really
when I kind of
good.
got away from it.
I liked Hannah Montana, Wizards of Waverly Place, all that stuff. So
You know what's so funny is that our daughter is now watching shows that we watched when we were
my
kids.
6-year-old is watching Sam and Cat and like iCarly and Victorious. It's so cute.
It is
So I
cute.
remember all the episodes. And now she has memorized all of the episodes, so that's fun. But yeah, obviously we know each other pretty well, so how fun is that? But now you know. Now you know that we know. It's all good. A challenge, like a viral challenge, like try not to make them laugh, or like close your eyes and ask, but we already asked the questions, or like play each other's roles. We could do that. We could role play
Okay.
on camera. Oh shit. All right.
Am I being you and you're being me?
Yeah. No, I'm being John and you're being Ed. See what I mean? What do you?
Y'all are getting to see our marriage in real time. Like it's not real time. You'd be here if it was real time.
Anyways,
Okay.
yes, I
What's
am
the-
you.
Okay,
You are me.
what's the
We're gonna
situation?
get a background. Okay, we gotta go somewhere. We gotta go to the airport. Okay, we're getting ready for the airport.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We got 20 minutes.
Okay.
How's that looking?
We'll be fine. I just need to do my eyebrows and my eyelashes, and we'll be fine.
Okay. Just don't want to get there late. There's gonna be a lot of traffic.
Cut to 25 minutes later.
Babe, it's been 25
What?
minutes.
Oh God. Where's my phone?
I'll be in the car waiting.
All right. Shit, where's my ID? Oh my God, did I pack everything? All right, let me make sure the house is clean.
Babe, come on. We gotta go.
Then she leaves the house, gets in the car. Oh wait, I forgot something. Walks back in. Repeat that process about 2 times, and then we can leave. And then she's in the car, probably still like touching up something on her makeup. because she's like, we're going on a trip. I gotta take pictures. I gotta look good.
Funny. Hilarious.
We should enact Devin. Both of us could do that. We won't expose our daughter on here
Yeah,
like that.
I
though.
wouldn't do that. Okay. Let's talk about some marriage tips and tricks, huh?
Okay. I feel like we've got some.
Yeah.
Early in our relationship, I remember one of the rules that we set out, and we still have to this day, is that if you want attention, just ask for it.
Yeah, because you know how sometimes girls mostly, but guys can do it too. Like sometimes when you want attention, you kind of just try to like pick a fight or like, or like, do you love me? Or like, you know.
Mm-hmm. She asked that question like 5 times a day.
Do you love me? Do you still love me?
Do you actually love me? I think that's just women in general. Because all of my buddies who have girlfriends or are married have the same thing.
I think it's girls, and I think it's also ADD thing. Like, is that object permanence? Is that what it's called?
I think so.
You
maybe.
know what I'm talking about, probably. I don't know, but basically, when something's not there, I kind of like don't know
like,
whether it's there or not. So like, if you don't tell me every day or like every 6 hours that you love me, I'm like,
it's
you
more than
still
6
love me?
less than 6 hours rather.
Yeah.
Like if I have to work late and I come home, and I can tell you're frumpy because I haven't been home, like you'll be like, "How was your day?" And then we're eating dinner or something, and it's quiet, and we're just eating. And do you actually love me?
Do you really love me? And no, like also, I feel like we're mostly me, but I'll tell you, because I don't know what this means. Girls, you probably know what I mean. Guys, you probably have no idea, but this helps. Ladies, when you're feeling unconnected from your man, you tell him. If you're like having a little resentment towards him, you don't know why.
Oh yeah, just tell the truth about your feelings.
Or you're like, but sometimes I really don't know why, or I'm just like, irritated with you a lot lately, and I don't know why.
Sometimes she'll hit me with this line.
Or I feel like you're quiet.
She'll be like, I don't like you right now, and I don't know why.
I'm just very blunt, okay?
But you know what? It works out.
I always love you, obviously, but there's a difference between like and love.
We don't have to beat around the bush, because I'm also good about asking you questions why.
No, we're very good at communicating because we're both very blunt. We don't beat around the bush.
One of your rules is we. I'm not saying it all the time, but a rule that you like to have is don't go to bed angry at each other.
Yeah, you try not to. Again, it happens here and there, but
most of the time though, if we are like angry at each other, like before
we
bed,
try. If we're like, if it's not that big of a deal, we can be.
Yeah.
What was I just gonna say though?
Some marriage tips, other things.
No, it was the same thing.
Oh, about like telling the truth about your
okay,
emotions?
so no. But yeah, when you're not feeling connected, you have this talk with your guy person or your whoever partner, and I don't know how you have the first conversation. Figure that out, but you just tell them, I'm not feeling connected. Let's figure out why.
Yeah.
And then you just start talking. And that's another thing. Like when we first started dating, he'd be like, talk to me, tell me how you feel. And I would just stay quiet, like thinking so hard. And he's like, say something. And I'm like,
I got her out of her little shell.
Because I didn't want to say the wrong thing. I didn't want to say anything hurtful, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So then he started saying, just say it. Just start saying words. And if it doesn't make sense, go back and fix it. And that's now what I do.
Another thing is we always tell the truth to each other. We don't lie to each other.
And I know when you are lying from a mile away.
Yeah, I will tell
He lies about, he doesn't anymore, but there's been a couple times where he lied about like some stupid stuff. And I was like.
Well, that was before I knew she could actually read minds. Well, it's not like it was anything bad. It was just
but I'm like, why would you?
But there have been some times where I've tried to tell a little white lie because I was going to surprise her with something, and I just cave immediately. Like now knowing.
Well, you're bad at lying. So.
That's true, but like for her birthday party, me and her best friend
kind
were
of being a surprise. Yeah.
We're trying to kind of make it a surprise, and I knew that she would, if she wanted to, she was gonna find out. So I just caved immediately when she was like, you don't have to make it a surprise. I was like, all right, here's what we're doing.
And you know what's so funny? I'm admitting this to you for the first time right now.
You already knew?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You want to know how I knew?
How? Did you look at my emails?
No, freaking Bria she had to use because I have Canva Pro. She had to use my Canva.
She saved it on there?
She didn't save it, but she just left it. So when I log into my Canva,
She doesn't know you as well as I do.
Address,
I would send it to my email and then delete it off your Canva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silly goose.
She
No,
made,
I
like,
opened
little
that shit
birthday
right up the next
invitations.
day and was like, "Oh, hotel, Zaza."
Yeah, so we just don't lie to each other.
But I didn't look it up.
Even if the truth sucks, we don't lie to each other.
Yeah, we really don't.
Mm-mm.
I'd rather tell you quicker.
Yeah.
Than later.
But also we're almost 6 years into our relationship. I don't feel like, neither of us are the type that's going out and doing bad shit, like cheating on each other, talking to other people.
And we both really fear ever having to date again.
Oh God, that sounds horrible.
Oh jeez. Yeah.
I'm so glad we're in a position to never have to do that.
Doesn't sound very fun, I'll tell you that.
It's gonna be cute. 50 years from now, we're still married and we watch this back. We're gonna be like, oh my God, look at how hot we were.
Well, you're gonna be swingers, and we're gonna be like, oh, silly kids.
Ew.
We're gonna be swinging on the retirement home. I don't know. I can just picture us being some crazy old people. I don't think we're gonna
about
be normal.
old folks' homes that they're just
it's just an orgy.
They're just freak dens.
And I think Devin's gonna put us in a home for sure. She's not taking care of us.
She's such a little attorney.
Yeah,
heart.
she's gonna be an attorney, and she's gonna put us in a nice home in Miami.
No, I mean, if she's.
Don't be surprised if you see the pineapples, guys.
She's so spoiled. I don't think she'll do that because she realized it'll cut her out of the will. She's so spoiled.
No, because she'll negotiate with us, and she'll be like,
That's
"You guys
fair.
have a
She
beach,
will
a nice
negotiate with them.
condo."
She'll sell us on it.
She will.
She will.
She's a little.
She's too smart for her own good. It's scary sometimes how smart she is.
She's insanely. Her memory is
off the charts. She taught herself
How?
to read. A 5-year-old taught herself to read. We didn't
probably
have to put
off of the subtitles on the TV.
But we didn't have to
totally
put in
honest.
any effort, so I can't take any sort of.
I gave her a
parenting.
Leapfrog book. Let her
Yeah.
run wild.
We can't take any credit
Subtitles.
for her being able to read. She literally.
I don't know. Since she was a
well,
baby.
we do read to her a lot.
Since she was a baby, she learned the alphabet super quick because I
You
made her
did that,
binders and taught her the sound. I mean, I taught her stuff as soon as
Well,
she.
I read to her a lot,
cognitive.
but it was never diving into the situation this is how you say this.
Well, and you got to make sure when you're reading, you're
we're
pointing to each word.
But she just picked up on it so fast.
She just has that insane memory.
Yeah.
So she sees the word one time, couple times, it's locked in. It's insane.
Yeah. So smart.
How did? Because she went for my birthday the other day. She
what?
went to the hotel room with us.
You forgot to ask the question
The first
before.
time, it's fine. Devin went to the hotel room with us before we went to dinner for my birthday, and I don't think anyone really said the room number out loud or anything. I think she pointed it out when we got there. Oh, it's blank, blank, blank. And then we go to dinner with my parents, and she's like, "Yeah, the hotel. It's called this, and we're room number blank, blank, blank." And I look at her, I'm like,
And
I
that
didn't
was
even know that.
That was 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even know the room number, sister.
Yeah, I don't expect you to know the room number.
I wouldn't even tell. I don't even know how to get back to that room.
This is a funny fact about Abby. Let's say, for example.
I'm so bad at directions.
Let's say, for example, we park the car. Here's a store. We park the car over here. Without fail, every single time, it's like a 99% success rate. Every time we walk out of the store, Abby will walk in the opposite direction of where we parked the car. I shit you not, 99% of the time. And I don't know why also, when we walk out of the store, she likes to lead the way out of the store. I'm holding Devin's hand and she's got her bags, and she will just naturally just whoop, go the complete
You know what's so
opposite
funny?
way.
I do it when I'm driving too.
Just go the opposite way?
If I'm lost, if I'm make one wrong exit, one wrong turn, and I'm like, oh shoot, don't know where I am. Let's take a guess.
Oh my God, when we lived in Dallas,
I messed up.
Our daughter's preschool at the time was literally 1 mile away from the house, and you had to turn twice. You had to turn outside of our apartment and then turn on, actually it's 3 turns.
My little brain can't.
Turn onto another street and then into the school parking lot. That's it. And it was maybe a mile. And she needed directions for like a month to get to the school. That's real, by the way. That is real.
It is real, and yeah, whatever.
I didn't mean for this to turn into roast Abby. I love that about
Whatever.
you. I think it's adorable because it's another one of those things that you need me for, you know?
Well, again, I think it's object permanent. I need to figure out the name of this before I just keep saying it a million times. But
Google it. Look it up.
I forgot where it was. I forgot where the building was.
Every time.
I will never. The memory
Every day.
is gone. If I'm not at that building, I have no idea what you're talking about. But I do know how to get everywhere in my little town now. Without directions. Awesome.
You just need.
And I know how to get to my
landmarks.
counselor's office without directions. I did mess up the other day. I was a little frazzled. But then the next appointment, perfect.
Improvements.
Oh, I got so lost the other day. I thought I guessed, and nope. I was like 20 minutes late.
I think so. One way to find out if
Maybe
this is,
30.
I think a lot of it is a guy-girl thing. I know some girls who have a good sense of direction, but I think guys
It's more natural for sure.
Like one question, fellas. Just if you're sitting there with your lady, just ask her this.
Where's north?
Sure, where's north, or what direction are we facing right now? Where's north?
Up and then
Just
poles.
if you point straight up into the sky,
That's
I'm just gonna
the
end it.
best I
I'm just
got.
gonna end it right here. No.
like
give-
where would I point even?
Give-
Like this direction?
Yes.
Okay.
Where's
north? Let's feel it in my soul. That way.
That's south. That's the exact opposite.
Opposite. See, don't trust my intuition.
You know
Whatever
what?
I
You know
feel,
what? You know
that's
what,
what my
though?
soul told me. So, but then even if I tell myself, oh, I feel that, so I should go that way, then I'm wrong when I go that way.
You know what though? You can.
I'm never
you
right.
can trust her intuition because if she's completely wrong
Where's my
99% of the time, in the direction standpoint, all you have to do is pick the opposite direction, and you'll be right 100% of the time.
Yeah, someone else can, but when I do it, I'm still wrong.
You just need me there to guide you. Like maybe sometimes if I don't think I'll never not know where we're going, but if there is ever that situation and I'm like, babe, where do we need to go? And you go that way, I'm like, all right, deal, we're going this way.
Yeah, I feel you. Like even when the other day I went to the Dillard's clearance at Irving Mall and I get to the door and it's like, don't use this door, use the other one. So I drive away. There's 2 ways, 50-50. So I drive one way, go to the next door, this door's closed. I end up driving all the way back around the mall to right before where I was.
This is going to bring up some PTSD, but the funniest story regarding this just popped into my head. Do you remember the Target in Dallas that has a front and a back parking lot?
Who does that?
Please tell the story from your perspective.
So there's a Target in Dallas, guys, if you're familiar with Dallas, on Mockingbird, okay?
On Northwest Highway.
Is the Mockingbird station-ish?
No.
Right by Mockingbird Station, yes.
No.
Yeah. It's right by West Village.
That's not the
The
Target.
closest Target to West Village.
Okay.
Yeah. And there was a Whataburger, yes.
Yeah, that's not the right Target, love. But that's okay.
Oh, you're right. See.
Yes, there is a Target there. But that's not the right Target. The Target on Northwest
And
Highway
I was
in
so
Dallas,
down to fight with him about it too.
The Target on Northwest Highway in Dallas has a
Northwest
parking
Highway.
lot
Let me
in
say it.
front-
Let me say it.
okay,
I got it now.
okay,
Thank
okay,
you. Thank
okay.
you.
You're
Okay.
locked in.
Okay. Because from my point of view, okay. Medallion Center. That's what it is. Medallion Center, Target. So they have a front entrance and a back entrance, okay?
I've never seen any other Target that has this also.
Me neither. And from the outside, the front and back look the same. The parking lots look the same, okay? The shopping centers look the same. Inside does look different. The register on one of the sides is like smaller, self-checkout. Whatever. Going to Target, having my merry old time. Logan's at home working from home. I have my cute little Mini Cooper. I get out of Target. I'm going to the parking lot. Never know where my car is parked to begin with, actually. It's always a guess. So I scan the parking lot, kind of feel out what feels right. You know, I was like, oh, I was a little off center from the center of the door, so try over here. And I'm looking around. I'm not seeing
how long
anything.
It was so long.
20 minutes looking around in that park. I literally walked up and down I was carrying like 5 bags too because I didn't have a car. I was just like, it's a quick trip to the car. Carrying around like 5 bags. It was hot outside. People were looking at me because I was about to panic. I was about to have a panic attack.
No, you were. Because what did you do? You called
Well, I
me.
called him after 20 minutes. I was like, I've scanned the whole parking lot up and down it twice.
No. I picked up the phone to this. Someone stole my car. My car's been stolen.
I was like, get here right now. And you're like, okay, I'll leave in 5 minutes. I was like, no, you gotta leave right now. Who would do this to me?
And before I can leave, this Target employee
No. I go, oh, wait, there's the security guard right there. Let me go talk to her. And he's like, all right, I'll be on my way in a second. I run up to this security guard.
No, you're still on the phone with me.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, while you're talking to the security guard.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, let me go talk to the security guard. I run up to her. I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. I think my car just got stolen out of this parking lot. Have you happened to see any? I mean, I don't know. And she's like, she smiled at me and she's like, oh, no. She didn't speak a lot of English either, so that didn't help. She's like, oh, no, it's in the back. And I was like...
Your response was, why would you move my car?
Why did you put my car in the back? And she goes, she laughs and she goes, no, it's in the back. And I'm like, still thinking, why did you do that, you freak? And she's like, and then some guy walks by and he's like, oh, because I was like, he heard me say it to her.
Well,
and I was in tears.
There's tears
and
down
he
your
walks
face.
by and he's like, oh, yeah, there's 2 parking lots. And then it clicked in my head. And I was like, okay, let's check. I still didn't believe it, but then I'm like walking through the store. I'm like, yeah, there's my car. Sorry, Logan. All right, well, let's wrap it up here.
Okay.
Sick of it.
You're sick of me?
Never.
Do you love me?
I love you so much. Oh, we had a couple more questions. Why do you love me so much? I'm just kidding. Why do you love being married to me?
Why do I love being married to you? I love being married to you because I honestly feel like we're like puzzle pieces that fit perfectly together. Like where I'm not great at stuff, you are, and where you're not great at stuff, I am.
Facts.
So that it just makes being married easy because, I mean,
I can help you with the stuff you don't like and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
One of the good parts about, I think personally, one of the things that keeps a marriage going is being needed by the other person, right? Like being wanted by the other person is always good, but being needed like keeps you going. You know?
That's a take.
Yeah, keeps you going. I need you, you need me.
Yeah, that's true. But we don't like need each other to survive. Like we're not gonna die.
No.
But
you
like
know what
yes,
I mean.
yes. I know what you mean.
But we are at a point where we do rely on each other a lot. But you should.
I mean, we have kids. That's the thing.
Yeah. Kids.
Yeah,
Kids.
June, Hank.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Devin.
Our dogs are nuts. That's fair. Okay. Other question.
I think we have one more question. It's probably super lame. I don't remember it, of course.
Also, you type like a child. It's so funny.
I have one hand, bub.
I'm just saying. Nailed it. Nailed it.
Also, look at my birthday present. Today's my birthday still.
Oh yeah, it is your birthday still.
Today's my birthday. I'm 29.
We celebrated your birthday over
the weekend.
So.
Today's a Wednesday, so. But.
Also, we didn't even talk about your birthday party. It was awesome.
Oh my gosh, my birthday party was so much fun. We went to Mambo Room in Dallas for dinner. Tango Room, same thing. Close enough. It was pretty good.
It was okay.
I wasn't impressed actually, but it was a good time. Yeah. I had fun. Yeah. You know, the people, the drinks. It
was fun.
My mom made a cake, and I let all the servers have a slice. It was nice. And then you got me a hotel room.
I think a room is an understatement.
A big old, not a suite, but like a big old.
It was a suite.
Oh, was it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, yeah. Big old queen
if
bed.
if that's not a suite, it was 1,200 square foot.
3 bathrooms, okay? 3 bathrooms.
Yeah.
Who needs that? Anyways.
If a 1,200 square foot hotel room is not a suite, someone fill me in.
Yeah. 3 bathrooms and another room with just a tub in it.
With a huge mirror
And a
on
patio.
the wall.
Yeah. It was pretty
Don't put a black light in that room.
Yeah. It was really cool. And then we had a bunch of people over to the hotel. And then we ended up going out for a little bit to Tipsy Alchemist. Never been. I've heard of it, but I've never been. And it was pretty cool, actually. They had really good music for once. It's been hard to find places in Dallas lately.
Yes.
Without, like, the electronic. Ding, ding.
Yeah.
So,
Not really our jam.
no.
Not really
We need
our-
some
our
booty
thing.
shaking.
Yeah.
We need some rich
Oh
homie
my
Quan.
gosh.
Yeah. All the
Everyone
girls
got
at the party got super lit. I mean, everyone got super lit. And
But
they
the
were
girls-
up on the couches,
the girls
shoes
especially,
off.
they let loose.
Security had to come over 4 or 5 times and like, guys, put your shoes. And Logan had to slip him $100 bill and be like,
So they
don't
wouldn't
kick
kick
us
us out.
out. Just tell them to put
Because
their
the
shoes
girls took off their shoes. I shit you not, the security guard had to come over like 3 or 4 times to tell them to put their shoes back on because they're all in like fancy high heels and they were just
up on the couch,
They were
up
just
on the
up on the
booths.
couch. They're just letting loose.
Oh my gosh. And the videos I got are hilarious.
You
No
will-
one
you
will
never
ever see them.
those.
So fun though. Such a fun night.
The next
We
day
stayed up
sucked.
until 7 a.m. You didn't go to sleep. I stayed up until 7 a.m.
was-
People didn't leave our hotel room until 7 a.m.
Yeah, I was cleaning the hotel room because I didn't want, after throwing a huge party in a hotel room, to just get slapped with. So I stayed up and cleaned, and then the next day was horrible. But that's what you pay that price
Yeah, it was bad.
at 30 and nearly 30.
Yeah, you had to sacrifice a day of your life.
Yep, but it
For
was
pain.
awesome. It was awesome. We had a good time,
Yeah.
and you got a new laptop.
I got a new laptop. My parents got me awesome light for recording. That's what we're using now. So tell me if you like it. Let them know in the comments. Say, good job. Good job, parents. It looks really cool. It's awesome. It's fancy as heck. I'll tell you that.
All right, you ready?
Ready for what?
Wrap it up.
I guess. We're having fun.
I know. I could just tell you were getting on a ramble session.
Okay. Are we anything else funny?
I just killed your mood so. I'm sorry. I feel like a lot of the time I bring you back to the original point and then I distract you and then I have to bring you back again. So if we want to keep going, we can keep going.
I think we've confused everyone to the point of no return.
That's
with
okay.
that
We're
last
married.
statement.
Some things need.
You keep stealing my vape, and it's very disrespectful. Where's your stinky vape?
It's dead.
And why does it smell like that?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. Cut this.
Never. Okay, what else do we have going on? Did we talk about everything? Because the Kind of Smart podcast, did you want to teach us something, Kind of Smarty? Something quick? It's like a tidbit of knowledge, like something smart. Something helpful that people
Give
can
me a
use.
topic that someone would
Like
be
work,
interested in. Oh, my work.
software,
My work. You
golf.
don't
Ooh,
care.
give a good golf.
Ooh, a good golf tip.
He hit a hole-in-one the other day.
Boom.
Can you believe that? Freaking Tiger Woods, baby.
Good golf tip. Okay. Tip for everyone. It's all on the backswing. That's all I'll say.
It's all in the wrist.
Nope, definitely not. But
It's
it's
on the
all in
backswing.
the backswing.
Your backswing determines your whole front swing.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Practice that. Take videos of yourself. Down the line.
That's a good one.
Down the line. Try to mimic your favorite golfer.
Okay, I was going to say, what do you want your backswing to look like? But obviously, probably your favorite golfer.
Different strokes for different folks. You know what they say.
That's a good one. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good one. So Kind of Smart. Thanks for teaching us that. Yeah. I don't even know what's happening
I
in the world.
deleted TikTok and Instagram for a while, and then I re-downloaded Instagram because I knew she was posting like birthday stuff. So I'd go like it and comment. I saw, did Boosie get in a car accident?
I don't know.
I saw it on Instagram. It has to be real.
That would be really sad.
Yeah.
Hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Boos.
Yeah. Unless it's not real, then whoever faked me out, fuck you guys.
Yeah, that's messed up. Anything else in the news? I'm trying to think. Have I seen any? I guess other than politics, not really. Hey, by the way, FYI, kind of smart. You're learning something. If you have a Costco membership, you can go to their pharmacy and buy their version of Plan B for $6. The day after pill, $6 a pop. Limit 2 per person. You don't even have to have a Costco membership. Actually, you can just walk in and say, I'm going to the pharmacy. $6 Plan Bs, guys.
Costco's the shit. If you don't have a membership, drop that dough.
So I think that's helpful all around the world,
like
bro.
$60 a year. Just do it.
Yeah.
But you will be dropping some cash at Costco.
Yeah, you can't go in and not spend.
Our average Costco trip is like $500. Average.
Yeah,
Average.
it's pretty outrageous, actually.
But I can't help it. It's the best.
I wonder if we're actually saving money.
You're not saving money by spending money. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
But it does cost less to buy that big ass pack of paper towels than to buy 7 little ones.
Yeah, but then we also buy a bunch of shit we don't need. So there's we do get the cash back though. That's
we use
cool.
it.
I mean, yeah, we use it, but we don't need it. I mean, my argument is that spending money isn't saving money, but
anyways, so logical, you know? Yeah, that's the thing about marriages too. You have to understand the fact that women naturally think emotionally, men naturally think logically. Again, we don't need when we're venting, we don't always need you to try to fix it. We
that's
kind of
another
just
thing I had to learn, fellas.
Yeah, you ask.
Sometimes just
do you need advice or do you need reassurance?
Well, we did that at first when I was learning, but sometimes.
But now you
fellas,
kind of know.
You just need to shut up and just listen. That's hard for us guys because all we want to do is give advice. At least me, right?
You want to fix the problem.
All I want to do is give advice and fix the problem. And sometimes I can tell it's like, she can probably fix it herself.
Yeah, I've already thought of the ways I need to fix it. Yeah. I just don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm complaining about it.
Yeah. I don't really mansplain.
And I'm waiting for you to be like, no, baby, it's okay. You're a princess. You don't have to do anything. Quit your job. I'll carry you like a baby every day. I'll put you in my pocket.
Yep,
that's what I'm wishing you would say. That's what I'm prompting, but it never happens. So.
Not in that voice, though, probably.
Well, I don't think it's ever going to happen, but. I would think it would be fun if I could turn into a frog for a day and I.
You told me. It was before we lived
together.
together.
I could go to work with you.
No, you told me that you wish you were a little hamster. You could be in my pocket and go to work with me.
Mm-hmm. Or wherever.
You know what, though? That would honestly fit your personality pretty well because you would just sleep in there all day.
Yeah, and then if you touch me, I'll bite you. Not you, but anyone else.
No, me,
if they're
definitely.
like, oh, cute. Oh my God.
You would
They're
definitely
like, oh,
bite
cute
me,
hamster.
too.
No, I want you to pet me.
If...
Gently.
Gently.
Don't come on too strong.
Gently.
When we were like a year or two dating, and we went to this bar, this crazy dive bar out in the middle of nowhere, and I was like,
which one?
In Rowlett.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, act like you're hitting on me. Act like we don't know each other, and you have to come up and hit on me because we went out from Tinder, you know.
She shut me down.
I was like,
every time.
just like hit on me like we're out naturally, and he'd come up and be like, hey, and I'd be like, whoa, way too close, way too, and he'd be like, hey there, and I'd be like, that was creepy, that was cheesy, like it just.
Like I said,
glad we met the way we did because it was not giving off.
Didn't I
good
say
vibes.
this exact statement earlier in the podcast? Abby's very particular, and if you do something in a way that she didn't want it done, you might as well have just not done it.
You heard it from him.
That's why I asked so many questions.
I understand, but sometimes it's silly Billy.
I'm just doing it for my own
Like,
protection.
am I you and you're me? When you asked that question just now on the podcast, it's like, no, I'm Stacy in your gym. What did you think was happening?
It's just getting confirmation.
But it's still
Trust, but verify.
that's not even the worst one, guys.
Yeah.
Get with the prog. I'm just kidding. I love you.
I love you too.
Sometimes we just need to hug it out.
Sometimes we do just need to hug it out.
We're pretty connected right now. I'd say 75%.
75%. And you know what's so funny is that sometimes when we hug it out, after mostly you're mad, you realize how tiny you are and you're like, oh, damn it.
I'm just a baby.
Like when I'm just like...
No power. Yeah. All right. Well, oh yeah, we talked news, hot topics. Is that
Hot
something?
topics, did Boosie get in a car accident? Let us know in the comments. Verify. That would be horrible. He was just here and we missed him. That
I
was
know.
so much fun.
There's no other good concerts coming up in Dallas.
Suicide Boys in September.
We're going to Suicide Boys.
But that's September. It's not like right around the corner.
Yeah, but
missed
this year's
AC/DC.
busy. We're going to Bali. I'm going to Vegas. We're going to Michigan at some point in between there.
July.
Before those. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Bali, Vegas, Michigan. Oh, my gosh. We never travel. And now 3 times all in a row. Cool.
Yeah, we've been on that grind.
That'll be fun.
I didn't take a single vacation day last year.
I'm not really great at traveling either, so.
Well, and yeah, you are not actually. You just don't like the process.
It's just anxiety.
You just wish you could teleport.
It just gives me anxiety. Just the packing, I think.
Airports give you anxiety too?
I kind of like airports. Airports give me anxiety when I'm with a man because they're like, get to the gate. I'm like, bro, chill. We're going to be fine.
Yeah,
They're boarding A class. I'm C.
My wife can never be early to anything. And
I'm going to go get a Starbs.
I hate being late. So that's where we conflict heavily. That for sure.
No, they'll be boarding our group and I'll be like, the line at Starbucks isn't that long. I'm going to just, you stay in line.
every time at the grocery store. I'm not sure. We go to Aldi's. We love Aldi's. But we go to the grocery store and at Aldi's, you have to, put your stuff on there and they don't bag it for you. They just throw it in the cart and you take it over and you bag it yourself. They're passing the savings on to the customer. But every time we're in line, and we always have
The most.
cart
Somehow
full
more
of,
groceries than anyone else ever. I've never seen anyone with more groceries
because
than us.
we cook more than most people I know.
Yeah, and Devin eats lunch every day.
But
Packs
every
lunch.
time we get to the line, I'm like slinging, because all these checkout people are like this, like ding, 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 like just
Because they get to sit
flying.
down too.
They're flying through. So I'm trying to unload the cart as fast as they're going. And Abby, at this time, every time decides to go, I'm going to go look at something real fast. It just leaves. And I'm just like, Devin's up my butt, and I'm just like slinging.
Sweating.
Yeah. And then she comes back.
Everyone behind you is staring at you,
Yeah.
watching you work as fast as you can.
Yeah.
While I dilly-dally.
And she comes back
With 2 things,
Yeah.
random things.
Yeah.
Oh, we needed these.
Because she knows me also. She does that too, because those things she comes back with, usually there's times in the store I'm like, no, we're not getting that. But the things she comes back with, I'm just like, fuck it, put it on there.
That's not exactly why I do it, but yeah, it works
helps.
out that way.
It helps.
Okay. So no hot topics then. Great.
Is Boosie?
Oh my God. We're going to find out. We're going to Google it here in 2 secs. Hot topics, friends, family. Yeah, I think we're about there. What's your superpower if you had to pick one?
My superpower, if I had to pick one? What would you pick? I want to know.
Teleporting or talking to animals.
Yeah, okay.
That's a hard choice, though. I don't know which one. I feel like I would be a little bit evil and say teleporting and do some evil with it.
Dang,
No, I couldn't. I'm a good person. I would talk to animals.
I'm just messing.
Maybe I would do good with teleporting, though. I don't know.
You know what? My name's Logan, so I would honestly pick Wolverine.
joking.
What are you talking about? He
You're gonna scratch us?
ages super slow. He's got knives in his hands, and
How would you gonna wipe your butt?
they go back in.
How do you know when they come out?
You can control it.
That's what you think. What if you get a little excited and they?
Well, then we'll deal with that after the fact. I'll heal from it. I'll just, it'll be fine.
I've actually never seen Wolverine, to be quite honest with you. So, I just know that he's
I
not
like
that
the
cute.
idea of just like your superpower not being like visible to everyone. all
Right.
the
No one
time.
would know I was a teleporter or an animal
What
talker.
do you mean? If I'm sitting next to you, you just.
I'm not gonna do it in front of people.
What,
I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm driving home.
What if you can't?
Getting in my Uber.
What if you can't control it?
I can.
You know what would be
Then
funny
I'll say
though?
you're imagining things.
You know what would be funny though? You in teleportation with your sense of direction, you would just go the wrong way.
No, I
You
just
you
picture
just-
where I wanted to go. I don't need directions to teleport. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, you do. Well, I can look
You
at
have
it-
to tell your own mind, oh, turn on Main Street. No,
no.
you just picture the place you're
Hypothetical,
there.
Hypothetical. Let's say you're looking at a picture of a random mountain. You're going to be able to teleport there. You don't even know where it is.
I would
So
not
you
look
can
at a
only-
picture of a random mountain. I would picture where I want to be in my mind.
Yeah, that place might not exist. What if you just teleport out of existence?
You don't even, let's not get this deep. I'm going to talk to animals then. Fine, you got me. Broke me down, bud. What are your stipulations there?
What if they're assholes?
I don't care. I want to talk
You
to
know
my
what, though?
dogs. I want to talk to the
Animals aren't assholes.
sea life. Talk to the birds.
Birds are dumb.
Probably.
I want to talk to Junie.
Yeah, I want to talk to my dogs. I
Actually,
asked
no, I don't.
ChatGPT to
Make a
tell me
picture of
what
they look
what my dogs would look like as a human. You should do it. It's so cute. It's fun.
That is fun.
All right. Well, I think that's all. We talked about everything. It's late.
It is.
Hopefully you were entertained somewhat. Hopefully I can get some something out of these.
I'm not the most entertaining person on camera, I guess. I am ticklish, though.
That's not what she said.
It's too slow with the delivery.
I know.
It would have been
Missed
good.
the
It would have
mark.
been good.
That would have been good. Yeah. My delivery is off. On everything.
Not everything.
Hey, no one got me a Harry and David gift basket for my birthday.
That's right.
That's really all I wanted. We can take the laptop back.
You want a $60 pair gift basket?
No, can someone please send me a Harry and David gift basket for my birthday? I want pairs. The full deluxe. Cheese pairs.
Watch, next episode is just going to be sitting right here on the table.
I would love you forever. I'll pay. No, I won't pay you back. That defeats the whole purpose. Should I just buy myself one? Break
Be like,
down.
"Some
I've
random
never
subscriber."
had one. That's just my life goal. Like once you have a Harry and David basket, you know,
Someone loves you.
yeah, you're good in life. Like no one at the trailer park is getting a Harry and David basket, even comprehending what one could be.
What if it's a nice trailer park?
Yeah, that's true. There's nice ones. All right, guys. We've had enough. This is my husband. We love him. He's awesome. Best person in the world. Smart, sweet, funny, delightful.
Love you.
Love you. Bye, guys.